Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited you're tuning in. Today I'm going to be doing my weekly unstuffing and restuffing of my cash wallet. So if you want to learn how I do that, stay tuned. All right, so to start off the video, I'm going to explain how I do my weekly tracking for my cash wallet. And I am going to be posting a video next week more in detail about how I create our monthly budget and how I decide how much cash to take out and what I need to leave in our account, etc. So I'll be posting a video more detail on budgeting. This is primarily going to be just how I do my cash wallet. So it's probably going to be a relatively short video because it's pretty simple. But I wanted to show you guys this really cool binder that I'm slowly putting together. I'm actually also creating a shop, and a lot of the things that I've created, I'm going to put on that shop so you guys can use them too. So in my videos, I'll also be showing you how you can use those tools and resources to just really maximize your financial game, get yourself financially free, and just live in peace. Because I know finances can be really tough for a lot of people, especially lately. So I'm going to kind of show you my A5 binder. It's just what I have so far. I've just, over the past week or so, I've been putting this together because I finally got my order in from Cloth and Paper, and I had some birthday points to use. My birthday was in October. So the first thing is this clip here. It's a magnetic clip, and I absolutely love these. I have one on my Cloth and Paper planner as well. This dashboard with the circles right here. So this is also from Cloth and Paper, and I just love their aesthetic. It's so simple, and you know, their tagline is even there's luxury and simplicity, and ain't that the truth? So this dashboard behind it was just something that I whipped up on my computer because I wanted to have just something kind of sticking behind it to layer it with. And so I just like clip this together so that it stays, the dashboard stay together. And I just love the way that looks, that layering. So the first thing I have in here is my weekly wallet tracker. And this is the one that I use every week because I do only cash stuff once a month, because that's just how, as two self-employed people, that's how we pay ourselves, is just once a month. And then we budget everything out for the month, take out our cash, and do it that way. If you're paid every 2 weeks, I would maybe cash stuff every 2 weeks, but you just do whatever the best thing is for you. But my wallet, I do unstuff and restuff my wallet every week. It just feels good to have it organized, and that way I can take out all of my receipts out of my wallet, get all the change out of there, and then make sure I have the cash that I need for the week. So this is what I use for my weekly wallet tracker. And then the pages behind here are my budgeting sheets. And like I said, I will be posting a video next week more in detail about how I use those. But for today, we're going to talk the weekly wallet tracker. And so I'm just going to set this aside over here and grab my wallet. And I know it always looks like I keep nothing in here, but that's because I take out all of my cards and my ID just for security purposes. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out my change, and I don't have a ton of change this time around, which is actually really nice. So I usually, when I'm paying with cash, try to give them like exact change just so I can kind of not have a ton in my wallet. So maybe taking this out, and then I have a funny story for you guys that I will tell as I'm doing this. But so we have a 5-year-old who is autistic, and you might notice that I'm wearing different rings in this video, or maybe you didn't notice. I'm not a detail person, so that's not something I'd notice, but some of you really are detailed people. And so it was funny because last week, when I shower, I take my rings off and I set them on the sink, like by the sink. And our 5-year-old has like a fascination with water and dropping things in the water. And so, so let's see here. For spending, I have 4 left. I had 40. And so that means that I spent 36. And I have 4 remaining. And so I'm going to set these aside for my $1 savings challenge, which we'll do in just a minute. Anyway, so I left My ring's sitting in there, and he must have come in while I showered, and he flushed my wedding ring and my other diamond ring down the toilet. So they are no more. At least we're 98% sure that's where they went. So mad at myself, but luckily the place we got the ring, or my husband got the ring 10 years ago, they still make it. So I'm just gonna have to get a replacement. So that'll be a fun budgeting goal to have. So eating out still has 20. I'm just gonna leave it in there because I normally put 20 in eating out every week anyway. Same thing for drinks. 0. I have 20 remaining. It's kind of hard to write. So I did not end up getting my nails done yet. I know in my last video, I wasn't sure. So I'm just gonna leave that 60 in there because I do need to go get my nails filled pretty bad. So nails, I spent nothing. But next time I do my weekly cash stuffing, I will have gotten my nails done. So kids, we had 20, we spent the whole 20. Not surprised. So we have 0 left there. Target, nothing. So we spent the entire 10. And then miscellaneous had 10, and we have 4 left in miscellaneous. So that means I spent 6 and I have 4 remaining. Hopefully that's still in the camera. It's like, got a lot going on here. Okay, so remaining we have 20, or sorry, so 20, 40, so $108 is what we have remaining. So then all my numbers typically stay the same throughout the week. And normally before I start cash stuffing, I would have filled this out, but I wanted to show you how I do this. So for spending, I always just keep 40 in there, and that's just for any miscellaneous spending that I personally want to do throughout the week. So if I want to stop and grab a coffee or an energy drink, or I see something cute at the store that I want, so that 40, that's what that's for. Eating out is getting its 20, drinks is gonna get 20. Kids, I'm not gonna do anything in kids. We're not really planning on going a lot of places, and Christmas is coming up, so they can just like chill out a little. Nails is gonna have the same 60. Target, I'm not gonna do anything in Target. And then miscellaneous, I'm actually putting 50 in miscellaneous because we are going on a little date night tonight. So I'm gonna put that in my miscellaneous folder. And so the money from spending and miscellaneous are the 2 categories that I pulled because the rest is rollover. And so I did pull those from our low priority sinking funds. So for example, my spending cash, I pulled out from this folder or from this envelope. And then the miscellaneous, we have like a date night. So I pulled 50 out of that one. And that's how I kind of got ready for the restuffing part. So I stuff those at the beginning of the month, and then we pull from them throughout the month. It's just the easiest thing when we're only cash stuffing or paying ourselves once a month. So for spending, we're gonna do that 20. And then these are just rollover. Kids is getting nothing. Target is getting nothing. And then miscellaneous is gonna get that 50. All right, and I didn't have any receipts this time. I usually scan them into my Fetch Rewards app, which I will link my code in the description, as well as anything else that I talked about. So I can link like these cloth and paper items too in the description box, so you can go check them out if you like the way they look. So that's basically it for my wallet, and then I'll just put like my driver's license and my cards back in here. And then now my wallet is ready to go for the week, which is awesome. And then the last thing that we'll do is our $1 savings challenge. And these like don't really love to like stay standing without the green one there. So I'm gonna have to get probably a bigger envelope for this, a little bigger zipper bag. And so if you don't know what my $1 savings challenge is, it's not anything super crazy. We're not really doing any savings challenges right now because a lot of our extra cash is going towards paying off debt. We have a goal to be debt free, and we've already paid off quite a bit, but we still have a ways to go. So most of our extra money is going to paying that off because we do have a small-ish emergency fund, and then the rest of our money goes to pay off debt beyond what we budget for. And so I thought it would be fun to still do some sort of savings challenge. And so every single one that I touch gets put aside because I know they can add up quickly, and we'll probably end up using this to pay off debt, but it's still fun to see it accumulate. So I added 8 this week. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I think I started off with like $3, so that's fun. And so we'll just keep doing that every time I have ones left over, just keep setting them aside to see how fast they accumulate. So that's what I do for my weekly cash stuffing. And like I said, we'll be going through this binder a little more in my next video and just explaining how I put a budget together and how I kind of work my process, because I've been getting a lot of questions about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time.